Adoption Pulse on Family Life. Mondays during the Noon Report, we spotlight ministries making a difference where you live, across the country, and around the world. This week, we're spotlighting New Hope Family Services in Syracuse, New York. Our guest is Executive Director Jill Putman. Here's some of our conversation. Well, Jill, I'm sure you get asked this question a million times, so I'll ask it and get it out of the way. What is New Hope Family Services anyway? Are you a Christian adoption agency? Are you a crisis pregnancy center? How do you describe who you are to people who don't know?
Well, yes, actually, we are both. New Hope Family Services is a pregnancy resource center and a New York State authorized adoption agency in New York State.
Okay. How long have you been providing adoption services in New York?
We've been providing adoption services in Central New York since 1965. So we are just celebrating our 60th anniversary of adoption services here in Central New York.
Wow. So, Jill, if you would just explain a little bit, how great is the need for Christian adoptions?
There is a need, and there's no other Christian adoption agency in New York State that provides the services that we provide. There's a lot of brokenness in our community, and it's beneficial for us to be able to work with couples and to be able to match them with a child, but to also be able to provide sharing the gospel with them and praying for them. And like I said, there's no other agency like this in our state.
How many adoptions do you do a year on average?
I'm going to say somewhere between 7 to 10, typically. Okay. We are a smaller agency, so we might not have the numbers of a very large secular agency, but the placements that we have been absolutely beautiful, and our relationships with the adoptive couples as well as the birth parents have been just a beautiful thing.
Maybe there's someone today listening to this program who, for whatever reason, cannot have children of their own and really feels the call to adopt. If you could walk us through the process of an adoption and all the questions that people have to ask themselves.
Sure. Yeah, well, coming into adoption, I mean, the way that we do it at New Hope, anyone who is interested in adoption, we hold an orientation, and the orientation walks through our whole entire adoption program, the process. A lot of times people who are looking to adopt have gone through infertility and or miscarriages. Adoption is a lot of education and learning about the triad, the healthy triad between the adoptive parent, the child, and the birth parents. And then after the orientation, we have an application process, and we have adoptive caseworkers that will go through a series of interviewing and home study rounds. And once those are all approved, then we can create a profile of their life and their family to be able to present to any birth parents that are considering placing their babies for adoption.
So how long is the process start to finish? How long does it typically take?
I would say about 4 months from the first interview until they're approved. It's about a 4-month process.
Jill, you said up front that you're also a pregnancy resource center as well as being a Christian adoption agency. How do the two of those work together, or are they totally separate entities at New Hope?
Well, no. I mean, we all operate under the same office. We operate hand in hand. The Pregnancy Resource Center, we serve clients in the community. We offer free pregnancy tests, ultrasounds. Clients can come in once a month for services. All of our services are provided at no cost to the client. We're 100% donation-driven financially and materially. Clients can come in and get free diapers, wipes, baby clothing, baby supplies, all of that. They can meet with a volunteer client advocate for peer counseling. We have a whole fatherhood program that works with men. We have newborn care classes. We have parenting classes. We have post-abortive healing program if someone has had an abortion in the past. Anyone who's had miscarriage or infant loss, we have counseling for that as well. So we really want to walk hand in hand with anyone, whatever their situation is. I mean, if they're experiencing a crisis pregnancy, we want to let them come in, talk with them, let them see the baby, the heartbeat, and ultimately we would love for them to choose life. We can't make the choice for them, but we want to walk hand in hand with them. If they do choose abortion, we want to let them know that we're there for them in that case too, and that we want to help them find healing for that.
Do most of the women facing crisis pregnancy situations, abortion vulnerable women who come to you for help, do most of them, after seeking your help, choose to carry on with their pregnancy?
Well, there is a high percentage, yes, that do, but again, some don't, and we can't make that choice for them.
I imagine it can't be easy in a state like New York to do what you do. What have been some of the biggest hurdles you've had to overcome in your many years of ministry there in Syracuse?
Well, I'm a relatively new executive director for New Hope, but just overcoming hurdles of, just that we are a Christian agency and the attacks on that. And then, of course, more recently is the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Just the negative publicity that's out there in what we do are just a lot of misconceptions, and our mission is to be Christ's hands extended to offer hope and healing to all women facing unexpected pregnancies and adoption needs in central New York. So, I mean, that's our mission, and that's what we're there to do. And we want to love on everyone that walks through our doors and help them make the best choice available for them.
All right. And Jill, if folks want to know more about New Hope Family Services, where can they find you?
Well, our physical location is on James Street in Syracuse, New York, or they could look us up online at newhopefamilyservices.com.
That is Jill Putman with New Hope Family Services in Syracuse, New York, for this week's edition of Mission Pulse. Mondays during the Noon Report, we spotlight ministries making a difference where you live, across the country and around the world.